Okay, we are now going to do number 4 through 6 on the grams to moles practice worksheet. And we're starting off with number 4, and we see 34 grams of lithium into moles. Now notice you go from grams to moles. That means you're going to need the molar mass, which means you look at the periodic table. Lithium is equal to 6.94 grams per mole. That's directly off the periodic table. So that means lithium is 6.94 grams of lithium is equal to 1 mole of lithium. So we put 34 grams of lithium over 1, because all we're doing right now is making it into a fraction. We didn't change the value of lithium, we just turned it into a fraction by putting it over 1. Since grams of lithium are on the top, we want to put grams of lithium on the bottom, so that way they're on opposite sides so that they can cancel out. If we look on the left-hand side, we find grams of lithium, and 6.94 goes with that unit. And that is equal to 1 mole of lithium, which is why we're going to put that on top. Because these two things are equivalent, which means we're dividing it by itself, which means that anything divided by itself is 1. So we're just essentially multiplying the quantity by 1. Grams of lithium cancel out. So it's 34. If it's on the bottom, you divide. If it's on the top, you multiply. So 34 divided by 6.94 is equal to 4.9 moles of lithium. Notice that there's only 2 significant figures in the answer. There's only 2 significant figures in the question. Okay, number 5. The weight. Grams is a unit of weight. We're going to moles. So grams to moles means we're going to use the molar mass, which means you're going to look off the periodic table to figure out the molar mass, the atomic mass of sodium. So when looking on the periodic table, you find sodium, and you find that it is 22.99 AMUs, which means atomic mass unit, which means 22.99 grams of sodium is equal to 1 mole of sodium. Alright, so the first step, when the actual conversion, now that we have the conversion factor here, the first step of the actual conversion itself is to put our starting number over 1. We have moles of sodium on the top, which means I want moles of sodium on the bottom. Notice when we look on our conversion factor, the number 1 is on the same side of the equal sign as the moles of sodium. And that is equal to 22.99, so that's going to go on top. So this could be 4.30. It's on the top, so we multiply by 22.99. That comes out to be 98.86 grams of sodium. Moles of sodium cancel out. Alright, and number 6, which is the last one for this video. We're looking for weight with a gram. Once again, grams is a unit of weight. And we're converting it over to moles, which means that we need the molar mass, or the atomic mass of calcium. And we do that by looking on the periodic table. So if we look on the periodic table, we find that calcium is equal to 40.08 AMUs, which means that 40.08 grams of calcium is equal to 1 mole of calcium. Alright, now that we have our conversion factor, we can start doing the conversion itself. So that means 1.75 moles calcium goes over 1. We have moles of calcium on the top, which means we're going to put moles of calcium on the bottom. You notice that if we look at the equal sign, everything to the right is moles of calcium, that's 1. And on the left is 40.08. So that's equal to 40.08 grams. Moles of calcium cancel, So it's 1.75 times 40.08, which comes out to be 7.1 grams of calcium. Alright, that is numbers 4 through 6 on the grams to moles worksheet. And I hope you're starting to get this.